of Sussex have been asked to vacate their British home, Frogmore Cottage in Windsor. The couple's spokesperson confirmed the request, but Buckingham Palace hasn't commented. They were reportedly told to leave the property in January, days after Harry published his memoir. Our royal correspondent Sarah Campbell reports.
Since leaving the UK for a new life in the States, Prince Harry and his wife Meghan have returned just a handful of times. And when they've done, the Sussexes. This all comes in the wake of, and Meghan will be there to witness it. Sarah Campbell, BBC News.
And I'm joined now by the royal commentator Victoria Howard. Victoria, thank you for joining us. So as Sarah was saying, Frogmore Cottage was gifted to the couple by the late Queen. They paid for renovations, initially paid for through the sovereign grant, so effectively taxpayers, but then that was repaid in full by the Duke. So what are the optics of taking this home away from them and giving it to Prince Andrew?
I think that's the main question that many people are asking, that why has this been done? The way in which the royal family have spoken about Harry and Meghan since the explosive interviews that have been done these last couple of years and Harry's book this year has always been about beloved family members. You know, they're still really welcome and part of the family. However, this sends a very different message that actually they're not as welcome here because they no longer have a secure base in the UK. The cottage is within the grounds of the Windsor estate, Windsor Castle estate, which makes it a very secure location, of course, because it's royal property. And this is an ongoing battle Harry's been having with the Home Office as well with regards to their security. They're currently having privately funded security. So being in the UK, that was the one place they had that sort of protective ring around them. And that is no longer the case. So it kind of begs the question was, are they ever going to come back at any point?
Yeah, because if they did come back, where would they base themselves? Where would they stay? And what does this mean for the coronation?
I think that's still very much up in the air, but I think at this moment in time, I'm leaning towards that Harry and Meghan won't be at the coronation. It's a very difficult one. Of course, the security for them was a big issue. That's part of the reason they said that they left the UK in the first place. And secondly, it does just seem a bit of a kind of a jab at them, you know, saying you can't have this property, which, as has been mentioned, was probably a gift from the Queen for their wedding. So to kind of go back on that is very strange, but I think it just is really indicative of the state of the tensions within the royal family between Harry and Meghan and the wider royal family after all of these accusations.
Yeah, and doesn't augur well, at least in the short term, for any moves towards reconciliation, it would seem.
Absolutely. Harry always said he was asked in his ITV interview that if he would be attending the coronation, and he said, yes, I'm happy to, but only after those conversations have been had about the allegations he's made, about the way that he perceived events, the way the royals perceived events, and, you know, kind of coming to some reconciliation around those issues. And that is clearly not, I wouldn't imagine this is helping that scenario at all.
OK, Victoria, thank you very much for your thoughts on that today. Victoria Howard, royal commentator, editor of the Crown Chronicles website.